Erasing the tape. Man, fuck.
I think
Give
other
a
people
damn.
should go down with his ass, but
Yeah, it's
yeah,
a bunch of people that should
yeah.
go down with him, but
No, but first of all, why would you even take that type of shit? That just don't
You
make
yeah,
no
know why?
sense.
You know why?
Video
You know
memory,
why? You
man.
know
Look how
know
why?
quick I
That's
picked
why.
all
on
I'ma
her.
say.
Fuck, he gonna
Look, she
be
caught
that
it all in her
nigga.
ear.
Oh man, this man
Copyright
giving out
disclaimer under
details.
Section 107 of the Copyright Act since
Yeah.
1976. So don't hate on Blunt Talk for anything that we do. This is news commentary and storytelling, comedy, real talk. You know what I'm saying? Politics. Might even be weather on this motherfucker one day. Sports. You know, whatever going down, we a
Turkey
part of
bacon
it. This
smelling
is
bitches.
Blunt Talk
Turkey bacon smelling
Nola
bitches.
on YouTube. You dig? And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe now. Comment, like, share. If you're coming in the building, if you're gonna be here tonight, spitting this game with us, come join the smokeout, people. And with that being said, without further ado, I am your host, Silent Child 17.
P360 in the building.
Chop tracks in the building.
Oh man, and we always on y'all ass. The three motherfucking amigos of YouTube. What y'all think? What y'all think? Get your lying ass out the street. And so we gonna get right into this because this was pretty interesting when P Dot bought this to me, chap. So we gonna get straight into this. I'm gonna let my dog
Which one you
just
going
go
with
ahead and
first, P
have
Dot?
at it.
Oh, you know which one I'm gonna run with. But first, let me ask
Uh,
y'all a question. So, what do you think of women having high expectations as far as potential mates?
Okay, your 20 minutes starts now at the 2 minute mark.
Right. So, what
All
do
right.
y'all think of women having high expectations of their potential mates?
Go ahead, chap. Take that one right quick.
I think that nothing's wrong with that. It just depends on the men that you targeting.
Okay,
Cause
can we say some of these expectations are unrealistic?
I must say that some of them may be unrealistic, but it still are things that may make them consider bettering themselves in a sense if they can think about it that way.
Or okay, so you speaking of the man bettering himself.
Yeah, like all right, that's like if you got a good chick and she asking you to do stuff that you normally don't do. Like for she might be asking you to get a bank account or something, and you used to keeping your money in a shoebox or something, or start a credit card, or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? There might be things that you're not used to, but you could change to, for the betterment of the relationship. Now, far as you, like, some women do have really unrealistic, and men too, or whatever. I don't want to leave the men out, but we are talking about the women. But the
Now,
expectations are unreal on both ends, is what I'm basically trying to say.
I'm glad you included the men because it does swing both ways. So I'm not I'm not gonna just stick it to all women, but I will say that this one particular case did kind of swing a little bit to the left too far too fast. So, Saab, what you got?
Um, I think sometimes I'm gonna kind of piggyback a little bit on expectations and where you at in life, how you perceive yourself, and how you perceive other people. I think people are attracted to stuff that they are actually into, whether they agree or disagree with it. I think sometimes people, don't know what they want until they get it too. And
True.
sometimes sometimes we overcompensate for shit that we think we want versus what we need. So we tend to make messed up decisions when it comes to relationships or picking a partner or even for that matter just meeting somebody, instead of actually trying to figure out what I really want and what I stand for. I'm I'm going off the norm. I'm going off the social construct of what is, a good spouse to be with, and sometimes I think we fall short on that. So yeah, man, gets real
Okay,
out there in the streets.
all right. Now my take on it: there are times when our ladies do have some unrealistic high expectation, and us fellas do too. But however, I don't think the fellas react to disappointment as far as our expectations in our potential mates so harshly as this one particular case we're about to discuss. All right. So without further ado, here's my first segment. And it is a woman running out on her first date because expectations, and I'm not going to just necessarily say it was high expectation. He important, but I guess in his mindset, it wasn't as important as the actual relationship itself, right? That's why I kind of think that what happened here was kind of unrealistic. So, go back up to the title right quick, chop. Shh. Yeah. Okay, it say woman runs out on first date with man when she notices his teeth are glowing in the dark. All right, it say this is the work of nonfiction based on actual events as told
Raggy.
by me, told to me by a friend who experienced this. All right, right there. Wait, you went too far. You went too far. You went too far. Little, all right there. All right. He says, my friend Angela has been talking to this guy Mark online for quite a while. Now, notice this. This is online. They never met face to face. Before she decided to meet him in person, they spent weeks talking every day on a dating app where they met and were enjoying getting to know each other. She even said at one point shortly before they met that he might be the one. That's saying a lot for my friend Angela, who has definitely been on more dates than anyone I've ever known, I've ever met. I'm sorry. She's also been engaged more times than anyone I've ever known personally, but that's another story. Four. Damn. Mark seemed perfect on the surface. He had a great job and worked remotely at home for a tech company during doing. Wait. Where are we? Yeah, okay. Drove a nice car. He was definitely a few levels up for Angela at the time, and she was keenly aware that of that and made him even more attractive to her. Mark was very attractive too. He was tall and had dark hair that swooped perfectly over his forehead, a cute nose, a perfect white tooth. Oh, I know ain't nobody shooting out front my door. Get to the back. Get to the back. Get to the back. Get to the back. Everybody, get to the back. Get to the back. Hold on, y'all. Here, here. Come on, take it.
Yeah, Rich, YouTube be tripping, bro. They be kind of hating on us a little bit. It's okay. We can't fix it. I wish I could. I wish I had a button or something where I could press to pump up the goddamn notifications to people, because I'm pretty sure a
Get to
lot
the
of people
room.
didn't get them,
Get in
dog.
the room. I'm sorry, y'all. Somebody just started shooting outside my house.
I was trying to mute your
Give me a
call.
second, y'all. Let me get everybody right quick. Uh My some just took place outside my house, y'all. So give me a second. They started shooting. I ain't hear no more than one shot, but that's too close to my front door, and I was sitting right there. All right. Let me get back into this story, man, because we only got 20 minutes. All right. They decided. Okay. In Angela's mind, where was I? Mark was attractive too. He was tall, had dark hair that swooped perfectly over his forehead, cute nose, perfect white tooth smile. He looked the part of a perfect husband in Angela's mind. So finally, she was ready to meet him. They decided that their first date would be at a local casino. They will go to dinner first and then dancing at the nightclub. So, um, wait, I think you passed up too much. Okay, but things don't. I'll just get past that part. But things don't. Chop, what are you doing? All right, they decided that their first date would be at a local casino.
He coming back, P.
Oh, okay. So Angela wore a cute little black dress and expected he'd be well dressed. Notice the word expected. He'd be well dressed in a nice shirt
Right, right.
and tie or even a suit. She was so excited to meet him, but things don't usually go right for Angela. They just don't. When she
Because of
started
the
relating
interruptions,
to,
can I stop the story right there?
yeah.
All right.
What you got?
So it sounds like just to go over the summary, it kind of sounds like she was into him already, correct? Like she was already talking to
Correct.
him. She
Right.
was already kind of evaluating him as, man, he the one, and say he had a big
Mm-hmm.
bright smile, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Meeting all of
it
the
sounds like
expectations.
it sounds like you're interested in this guy. It sounds like you won't fuck around on something. So,
Right.
it sounds like it's, going, so far so good with the situation, because
Mm-hmm.
she was looking for it, and like you said, it's been what, weeks they've been talking
Right.
for 4 weeks, and yeah, so
Well, several weeks.
that's what I'm right. So that's what I've been
So
kind of catching from the store.
so
Yeah, but go ahead, man.
So when she started relaying to me of her first date with Mark, it sounded like it was a great first date. They enjoyed their conversation at dinner. They definitely had a nice attraction to each other, and Angela felt even more by the end of dinner that she wanted to date Mark seriously and maybe even marry him. Then they went to the nightclub.
Wow,
That's where Angela saw a number of Mark's teeth were glowing green in the dark, clearly
a
false
number
teeth
of
that
them.
right now.
So does that mean all? That means it wasn't all of them. It was like a few of them. Did it look like a piano? See, she had to be more detailed with that.
Right. And she see they probably didn't want to get into too many details about it because of the way that they may have been seen. He made a
I know, cause I'm stupid, bro. I want to know if it was, if it
nigga
was
probably had a
two
pumpkin
green
smile
ones and
around
a
this
skip one too.
motherfucker.
Yeah,
Nigga probably looked like a
Jack
pumpkin by the
O'Lantern,
mouth. You know what I'm saying?
right?
So
Glow in the mouth, though. Okay. Go
right,
ahead, bro.
but come on now. You noticed all
Damn,
you didn't notice none of that while y'all was at dinner? Like I'm quite
I
sure you notice fake teeth when you see fake teeth under natural light. So obviously you wasn't
mm.
looking that goddamn hard, right? Or that you
So can you
were
go back a little bit about when she realized it was green tea? Was this in a club or something?
yeah, when they went to the dance club.
Oh, oh, okay, all right.
Right, because you know the dance clubs
And
have
they
them
got that
black lights
lighting
in
in
it.
there,
Yeah, them black
right?
lights. So those black lights, like I thought about that when I was reading this article, and I was like, wait a minute, those black lights. If you walk under a black light with a black shirt, you
Damn.
see all of the lint that that shirt has
Yes,
picked
stuff
up
turns
throughout the day.
green.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
I don't have fake teeth in my mouth, and I smiled and looked in the mirror, and my teeth look green. So does that mean all of my teeth are fake? You see what I'm saying? Or could it have just been like something that happened?
I
That
think it was the gaps. What you
I don't
think? What
know,
you
cause
think, Rich? Do you think it was the gaps of the green, or she just was tripped out about the green? Is your teeth? Is your norm? Do your normal teeth really glow green like that? Like an Xbox controller charging up?
hey man, I say that's an experiment to try, bro. Like get
I
your
don't
black
know.
light and plug that bitch up and see what it
That's
do.
what I'm saying. I don't know what color that shit really turned in your mouth. What color do real teeth turn in that? Because that shit crazy. And then he said, what tripped me out, it said, did it say several teeth or every
Yes,
other tooth? What did it say?
several of his
So
teeth.
that means it wasn't all of them, right? It was.
It wasn't all of them, but see the thing that kind of messes it up is
This shit
that
crazy.
you gotta kind of picture if it wasn't one tooth or two teeth together, were they spaced out, green, green solid, stuff like that. Like I said, did he look like a pumpkin?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But
Yeah,
the reality of the situation is you did not notice none of that while you were at dinner with this person. And I'm sorry to tell you, the, a lot of these people out here in the world today got them veneers, right?
correct.
So
Mm-hmm.
we don't know what caused his teeth to have to be, to have false teeth in his mouth. First of all, first and foremost, we got to think about it like that. We don't know what the cause was, neither does she.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
that
it might
several
not,
killed me though.
right? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of cruel, though. That's it's cruel. You don't run out on somebody just because they don't have all their teeth in their mouth. That's fucked up.
Shit, boy, I get the fuck out of there. The fuck? I'm out of there.
No, no, come
This
on.
bitch's teeth is gone, man.
Hey,
Unless
this is why
I
we have the
mean,
platform,
unless
fellas. Let's
she.
talk
I
about
But
mean,
it.
don't get
okay,
me wrong. Now look, fuck that,
so
Paul.
you
If
saying
if I
so you
go
saying
there and it
part
look
of the
like a
thing was,
chessboard, I ain't fucking with it.
oh, that's kind of. I mean, but if he had the money to pay to get some veneers put in, or them ones that the dental implants that locked in place
Some of
permanently,
them bitches do be fresh.
you see what I'm saying? Why should that
Yeah,
matter
bro.
if all of the other characteristics that you were looking for
Because
were
you gotta
there?
look at this motherfucker every day, raisin brain chewing motherfucker.
Okay, so wait a minute. So wait a minute. What if
That's a
not
damn
not
shame.
not not flip the
I gotta
script?
fix you oatmeal and shit. Now, if we together and your teeth get like that, that's a different story. But if they like that from the jump, we can't fuck around. Now, the
But come on
glowing the
now. Come on
the
now.
glowing the
It
Now
was
eye,
now
man.
several
let's
teeth.
let
It
now
was
let
several
now
of them. That's what I'm saying. Did it have
right.
gaps in
So
it or?
what if it was that he
Oh no,
got
it's
into a bad accident
That nigga just gotta
and
say
it knocked
with
out
no
some of his
teeth,
teeth?
we depart.
You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. Think about it now. What if it was a bad
Man.
accident he got into and it knocked out some of his teeth?
But that would have found that out if we was if they was together already and then the teeth came out. But if the teeth was out in the beginning, from the rooter, ain't no more ain't nothing I could do, son. I'm sorry.
Damn, bro, you shallow. You
Like, I ain't
fucking
looking
shallow.
past your fucking teeth to see your heart. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
That you shallow. You fucking shallow.
How the fuck I'm gonna know you're
let
a
me
good person if I can't
let
get
me
past
ask you let me ask you a question. Uh did wasn't the girl wasn't him and the girl like kind of courting before this?
Yes,
It was like
yes.
several weeks, right? They were having
Right.
conversation and everything. They FaceTiming and
Right.
shit. So she
Right.
saw the
Oh,
grill.
so
She
she
saw the
been saw
grill,
the
Chuck.
girl. All right.
She saw the
Well, she
grill, man.
she
It
down.
just
I'm
when
not
them
saying
bitches
she
turn
not down
green
bad.
in that club. And I think that's what I'm telling P. I think it was I think because them bitches was patched up. She was like,
Oh
damn, this one
no.
green and it's dark. Then it's green, then it's dark.
Right.
Or the
That's what
whole
I'm
bottom row
saying.
dark and it's green at the
How the
top.
fuck he even
I
got
don't know. That's
green
what
in
I'm
his
saying.
mouth? Period. Like, what is that?
And what I'm
What
saying,
he
was it
did?
certain ones that was replaceable? You know what I mean? Like, 'cause, did you get your whole fronts knocked out and you just had the backs? Or did you had no backs and you had the front? You had was two in the front missing and you got to just put that little piece in? You see what I'm saying? To
That
replace
makes
two of them? Or was it a whole row? Because it had to be and freaked her the fuck out, y'all. She ran the fuck up out of there. That's what I heard.
right.
Yeah, she ran
Like
out
she
that bitch.
bolted, she excused herself saying that she had to use the restroom, got in her car and sped off.
So the shit
Do
was
you hear
moving that was
that?
on his teeth, like it was green moving shit,
No, the teeth were just glowing green
glowing green. So this nigga was Jack Sparrow, the ghost.
with a bunch of teeth in his mouth.
Man,
Now, that's why I asked what I asked because flip the script. What if it was something wrong with her? Do you think he would have did that to her?
he would have found out that flaw early and got the fuck out of there.
No, dude. No, dude.
I mean, I
No.
would
It's a
have.
lot, y'all, with this. I tell you, boy. Let me ask both of
Dude,
y'all a question. Now, what if,
listen,
like, all right, I'm gonna go. Go ahead, go ahead.
listen, they had been talking online for several weeks. That's a lot of time. Now, at any given point during that time of them talking, you could have asked about any potential deal breakers, flaws, or or are your teeth real? I've had motherfuckers ask me, "Are my teeth real?" You know what I'm saying? I've had that question asked to me. What type of issues have you had in your dental history, or what this, what that? What runs in your family? These are the type of things that you're supposed to be asking if you're talking about dating this person on a serious nature. You don't wait till the first freaking date to, oh, this person ain't got all his teeth in his mouth, so I'm just gonna leave. Whereas you could have
So
just
she
finished the
telling me he
date.
had FaceTime teeth because she had to see the teeth.
That's what I'm saying. Like, would he have veneers or some fucking
That's what
caps?
I'm saying. They had to be veneers. But
You can't
she
take
was like,
veneers out,
but
huh?
but then think about it like this here too. If you notice, in the beginning of the story, it said that she was the type of person that had been on more dates, been engaged more times. So what if she's the type of person that just keeps finding fault in people just to break up with her?
Mm,
It's a good observation because
mm.
there's people
You
like
said
that
you
too. Shout
remember
out to
she
Jonathan,
already
honey.
she already
DD
had like
504 in the building, as always.
she already had high
What's happening,
expectations of this
Queen?
person. She already had high expectations of this person because of she knew what type of work he did. She
Oh
seen the
shit.
profile picture. She liked how he looked. They met in person. She liked everything all the way up until the nightclub. You could have just finished out the date and then said, toward the end of the date or whatever, well, sweetheart, listen, I think this was a nice date and all. You're a good guy, but there's something with me that won't allow me to proceed any further with courting or dating with you.
That
That's
man,
shallow. Just to
just how a woman put a wig on, that man put his fucking teeth on. He FaceTime her with his FaceTime teeth. And he ain't putting on his in person teeth. That he couldn't have because he forgot
so
to
I'm
put them
just saying,
FaceTime teeth when he got
do
in front of.
And that's the reason why I asked the question about, do people really set too high of an expectation on their potential mates? Because that was
I ain't
that's
gonna
a key
lie.
example of unrealistic expectations. This person made good money, he looked good, you liked everything you saw up until you got into the fucking nightclub. So what was
Nigga,
the
my
real
thing
problem here? Was the
is
problem him or was the
Your,
problem
t-
really
um,
you?
your
if your
time
teeth
time in 20 seconds, Pete.
if your teeth
So
got
just
20,
that's
I
just
say
something
I was about to
I
say
want
50.
everybody to think about. Like, think about it like that. Do y'all think that that was right of her to end the date the way she did because of expectations that she placed on him through her perception of what she like as far as a man? Because think about it, he could have found some flaws with her too, but he decided to carry
Put
on
it
to
in
the
the
date.
put it in the comments, y'all, if y'all want to answer that. P Dot won't know from y'all. But it
What
ain't
y'all
that
think?
time. It's either now or later.
I seen
So
Do
some.
y'all think? Oh, go ahead. Because I'm about to go into the. Yeah, y'all ready?
Yeah, P Dot, you got to go
Everybody
to your
good?
next one. Yeah.
yeah,
No,
so
the
this
next one
next
ain't no
one,
next one. It's my turn. That's
Oh
over.
oh,
yeah, it's
Give me
oh,
the
over.
okay.
time, player. We in 25
Busted
minutes.
and
Huh?
disgusted. Let me take this
Huh?
off of here, man. You
They
done
was
passed
shooting
your
everything by
time
your house, chap. Chap, they was shooting everything by that nigga house, man. What you talking about, bud? That's your time.
up.
Run that beat. Run that beat. Run that beat. Run that
Wait,
beat.
hold on. So
Blunt
wait,
talk. Blunt talk.
which
All
one
cap.
you
No
want first?
space. No love.
Yeah, you can't. Let me see.
Bruh,
Yeah,
is it fair that we take Jesus out of the school and put Satan in? Put it in the comment if y'all up in here.
I
If you
damn
he
don't
sure.
be
has
in here
T
later, type it later.
Yeah, they need to.
he
They
have
need to
T
fix
DD
that.
Is it
504, just
fair
that they not real.
God damn it.
to take Jesus and prayer out of the school,
Uh-huh.
but try to start after school programs with the Satanic Temple?
Hmm? All right, hold on. I'm gonna just give you
Y'all
this
got
one.
y'all can answer that too if y'all want to. If y'all want to say
I
something
feel
on that
like
I
right
that
think
quick.
that's
I feel like
bullshit.
that's not
Go ahead,
fair.
run it.
I feel like it's not fair that you took Christ out of the school based on the presumption that church and state must separate, but then you turn around and put cults in the school because they're not a very religious. I mean, it is a religion. Cultism is a
Exactly, because
religion.
that's what they consider it.
So I'm
Not
like, this shit.
cultism, Satanism. Satanism is a religion.
Okay, well, we could roll with
Yeah,
that one. Let's roll with it like that. Satanism
yeah.
is a
No,
religion.
well, it's
So
that's
is
no, that's by law. I'm,
right. So my thing is, if you allow Satanism to be a religion and in after school clubs, why did you take Christ out? Why did you take Jesus out? Why did you take
That's
prayer out?
the. But see, that's the same argument
that's my
that the
question.
Satanists have. That's the same argument that they have.
Well,
If you're
see,
gonna let them do this and do that, but the thing is, like, well, with the incident that we're talking about, the teachers, I mean, they actually doing this, trying to do the Satanist shit at the school. They make the church bust the children from the school building to go do the Bible study and shit. So it's like
mm,
they pushing you to do they trying to say the Satanist shit just like a club, like these it's a club like it. No, they say it's a religion, but they not saying it's a club. But if it's under the religion thing, why are you letting them do that at school if you're not supposed to do no religion at the school?
Exactly.
Period.
So is it fair, fellas, and why? That's my cold question to y'all.
It's not fair at all. I think they do it because the time is coming. It's getting near. People,
Hmm.
you have to pick
Somebody
a fucking
panicking?
side.
Sound like somebody panicking?
Yeah,
Somebody get scared?
yeah, the time
They
is
working
near
overtime? Hmm.
and they scared. They rightfully should be scared. I'm not saying they shouldn't because they know good and goddamn well they should be scared. But y'all gonna see that shit. It's gonna be revealed, bro. Everything we talking about, that shit gonna come to fruition like it all been doing.
Yeah, monsters. So do you think it's fair, Pete? Do you think it's fair, and why? If yes or no,
no, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair that we
why?
had to. I don't think it's fair because when we had what we had in school as far as opening the school year with prayer and things of that nature, we didn't have all of these freaking problems that we face with now. We didn't. I mean, we still had the little school fights and stuff like that, but on a grand scheme of things, we still had a better school year because we put our faith in the Most High to guide us through all of those different trials and tribulations that come along with being a up and coming adult. We had to have that, and it was like when they took that away, bro. I started noticing year by year by year stuff was changing, and
Hmm.
now you're introducing these satanic ways to impressionable minds that already are confused about how life goes because nobody's really trying to guide them. You're inviting more turmoil than what you say you're trying to fix. So if you're going to
Mm.
allow Satanism as a religion to be included in after school programs or, stuff like that, put prayer back in schools. Start having Bible study in class and stuff like that. Let's see what religion really stands tried and true. Because this Satanism stuff is getting out of hand and people are falling further and further by the wayside the longer they keep going into it. So put Christ back in school and start letting these children have something better to think about other than the evils that the world has.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Bible talked about a lot of evil things, but they also talked about how to fix those problems too.
This was him,
Shit,
dog.
brother,
Cause I'm about to
concerning the
go.
family.
So I'm about to go straight into the article. Then, my brothers both had two good points, and I'm definitely going to elaborate on both of them in this. So y'all just kind of follow me a little bit. All right. Now this the Satanic Temple. Now this is actually an organization. They got their church, they got a religion, they a business, and everything. Sell T-shirts, the whole nine. Like, so they've been on this hiatus, y'all, for like about, I must say, the last decade with this
Mm,
satanic push, and I'm talking about everything. Not only preaching what they call a gospel of do what thou wilt, but also free expression of other things, basically. And what statutes and limitations do you have on yourself when somebody's telling you you could do what the hell you want? So just think about that for a minute when it comes to people who are into certain things that you don't agree with, that go against your moral code. And think about, do you really need to be fucking with that like that? Is that a part of what you into? Is that what you about? You know? Because telling
Mm-hmm.
somebody they could do what they want, that has that in a human mind, that has no limitation.
right.
And y'all know how I
Anything you
feel
can,
about these kids. So
anything you dream, you
when you
can
hear,
achieve.
hold on, P, let me finish. And
Hmm.
when we do this, we actually look at these things like I was about to say with these kids and stuff like that. You have no limitations, and when you go into the actual rituals and the things they actually do in this religion, in these cults, you will see that it actually goes with what you already know, but they put it in your face as if it's a thing to uphold, or a thing to be just different, or a thing to be just new, fresh. All that together is all blended in. Bad, good, good, bad. The deception, the gray area. All these things come into play when you mess with this. So it's easy for them to go by the law and say, hey, you know what? We can make after school programs as a religious temple. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fill out all the paperwork. We're gonna do all the things we need to do. And guess what? They can't deny them. Now, this is where it gets tricky. When you remove other religions out of the school before you introduce that these type of things are even happening. Now, like I said, they've been doing this for damn near a decade. So they've been moving from state to state, y'all, doing this. So check your
Mm,
local state, check your city, and find out, do they have these type of after school programs in your schools, ladies and gentlemen? Because this been going on. States and cities have been denying the shit out their ass. I ain't gonna lie, they have. A lot of them ain't been fucking with them like that, but some of them have, and that's the ones they ain't really talking about. So, a lot of these inner cities haven't really catched on to it yet. Oh, but it's here and it exists. It goes right along with grown men dressing up, in all these acts and stuff, reading your kids library books with their legs open and shit.
Yeah.
See, that's do what thou will. See, I could do what I want, and you shouldn't have no problem with it. I could be who I want, and you shouldn't have no problem with it. So, Satanic Club, guess what? Guess what, homies? They shouldn't have no problem with it. But so why does this hit? Oh, because they put Satan on the front of it? Oh, that's the taboo? But you could do it and put Jesus on it and it's okay. Yeah, it's all good. I could go do my amens, my 5 amens, and he'll
My
bless me.
10
He'll
Hail
forgive me.
Marys.
What's that
He'll
boy
forgive
say?
me.
10 Hail Marys.
Look, officials in Pennsylvania are allowing the Satanic Temple to host a back-to-school event, y'all.
Oh, yeah, I think you could play. Hold on, let me see.
Administrators with the you don't have to play it. Hold up, no, child. Let me read it. You don't have to play it, man.
Pennsylvania resident.
Yeah. Administrators with the Northern York Country School District, y'all. Now this is Northern York County. I'm sorry, Northern York County School District are allowing the Satanic Temple to host the event at the Northern High School. All right, this is in Pennsylvania. The event is a back to school night for the school for the. This is a back to school night for the after school Satan Club. The group tried to establish an after school Satan Club at the school within district in April. See, but its efforts were denied by the school board at the time, according to the reports. Parents and community members were livid about the proposed group's attempt to enter the school district. See, so y'all see the pushback. See, they got the pushback. You see what I'm saying? People like, I don't know about that, but they still let them do that damn event though. So did the school get a little ends from the Satanic Club to host that event, y'all?
I think they probably did.
Got a little
Because
took a
like
little
they
ends from the
say,
temple.
if you watch on one of the things they said, the shit went all the way up to the council, and basically what the school is saying is we can't discriminate against them. But y'all not doing the regular religion in there. You see what I'm saying? Like regular just Christ Jesus type stuff. They're not doing that, but they're saying you should be able to do the Satan shit, and children
Ain't
should
this
know
crazy?
it's available. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's fucking weird, dog. I got a little bit more on this one, y'all. Hold on. Now check this out, y'all. Now, I ain't sending this one to you, Chalk, so I'm just gonna read this one. But so this all for this for everybody right here. Despite the event approval, now we talking about the same event. This was 3 days ago they posted this one. Despite the event approval, Satanic Temple still suing Northern York, and we're going to win, y'all. See? You say we can't do what?
Wait, say that again?
I'm suing y'all. Oh, I'm hurt. Oh, I'm hurt. You ain't gonna let me do what?
Agony. The agony.
Okay.
They gonna get it too.
Look,
they ain't gonna not get it.
People say, look, the school said, hell no, man. Man, y'all tripping. Man, y'all not doing this shit not at this school. Y'all tripping. Go ahead and sue me. It seemed like the school kind of pushing back on some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, let me read this little piece. Still no after school club, at least not unless a court eventually overturns the decision, y'all. But the Satanic Temple can hold a one-time back to school event. See?
They shouldn't even be able to do that.
Wait, what?
With the
it's already
church
in the
yes,
it's already in the
they're
paperwork.
using the law.
Yes, sir.
Church and state must separate. That's what you say, right?
And some bad motherfuckers. Y'all better be careful.
Is a type of church. Might not be
Y'all better be
worshiping
careful.
God,
Them some bad motherfuckers, y'all. Y'all hear this shit? This is what I'm
bro.
saying.
That's crazy. You
This is
allowing
what
them
I'm
to have a
saying, bro.
one-time event, but you telling them they can't have a club. They shouldn't even be
This is
allowed
what
to
I'm
have that
saying,
event.
bro.
Well, if you
This is what
allow
I'm
them to
saying.
have
But they
that
are
one-time
allowed
event,
under the law. That's what I'm saying. But look, church and all that gone though. Can you do an after school church event, Christian event?
nope.
No, you can't do that shit, even if you wanted to.
I'm trying to. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure it out. I'm just telling the
Can you
news,
tell us
dog.
about this
I'm
case?
just commentating on the news, bro.
Man,
This is
that
what they
shit.
saying. I'm like, what the heck? So y'all done took everything out that motherfucker.
Right.
Now this seemed
No
like a
back to
pretty
school,
nice,
nothing.
pretty okay school.
Yeah,
No
it do.
after
Seemed like
school
they got a
club,
little
none of
something,
that.
something. So it's like, come on, man. Like, what is that, man? I want to see this. Look, they have taken crafty counsel against your people and consulted together against your sheltered ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be remembered no more. For they have consulted together with one consent, y'all. They form a confederacy against you.
They gone.
Yeah, man.
They gone.
Yeah,
They
y'all.
going for it.
That's a little, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
They,
And y'all know where that's at. Y'all know where I got that from. I ain't even gotta say it.
yep. They
You
going
see what I'm
for it,
saying,
bro.
bro? It's
Yeah,
happening. It's happening. It's
hell
happening.
yeah.
It's been already set in place. And
For it
they
to
now
happen.
they're using our goodness against us. Bad is good, good is bad. The blend. You see what I'm saying? Eventually we're gonna have to pick a side. All that petty shit, all the raggedy shit, we're gonna have to swallow that, dog. Because it's something bigger than, what we think is, important, bro. I'm telling
They
you,
got
bro.
a
Like,
lot of people out there paying attention to what's important, but I think people not paying attention to the important things. Like the abortion thing, that's a big old thing. I don't think people pay attention. You finished with your segment?
yeah, with that being said, yeah, that's my time too.
Oh, all right. I'll just make sure I ain't won't slide it right into minds like that. But and you wasn't finished, but yeah, fuck. That's what mine is basically about. I got a little video I want y'all to listen to. They ain't take it down off the Blunt Talk page, so hopefully we in the
Afternoon to you.
copyrights.
What can you tell us about this case and the treatment that's involved?
Good afternoon, Glenda. Pretty cool stuff here. The patient involved has asked for privacy, so I can't give you too many details. But we do know that she's a middle-aged woman of mixed race. She lives in New York and was diagnosed with HIV back in 2013. And in 2017, Glenda, she was diagnosed with leukemia, which is a cancer of the blood cells. And to treat her cancer, here's what happened: the woman needed a cell transplant, which is she was given a combination of adult stem cells taken from a relative's blood and then umbilical cord blood that was genetically matched. The cord blood came from a
That's a
cord,
fact, John Free.
and what's important about this cord blood was that it contained a genetic mutation that was resistant to HIV. Now, what about this cord blood was that it contained a genetic mutation that was resistant to HIV. Now, what happened after this new procedure was that the woman's immune system rebuilt itself with this HIV-resistant cells from the umbilical cord blood, and her own cells became resistant to HIV. How do we know that? Well, she stopped all of her HIV treatment, and 14 months later, amazingly, there's still, Glenda, were no signs of the virus, and she continues to test negative for HIV. Of course, she's
Mm. So what
Dr.
y'all,
Mandy,
what
good
y'all? Let me
afternoon.
get y'all take on what
What
y'all
can you
just
tell us about
heard
this case and the treatment that's
briefly.
All right. My take is this. They have had to already have known about this shit, bro. Because think about it. Before they even came up with this, how did Magic Johnson beat HIV?
That's true. Now, look, I thought you was gonna say that. How the fuck do you know if an umbilical cord is immune to HIV? That's what I thought you was gonna say. But how the fuck
Well,
did they know
there
that
have been.
shit? Is the question.
Well, look at it like this here too.
It's
There
is it
have
in
been
the
case
umbilical
studies.
cord itself or it's in the blood?
It's in
They
the
say it's in the
umbilical
cord
cord
blood,
blood.
in the blood from the umbilical cord, right?
Yeah,
Now, here's where
which means that's the
I
blood that
find
comes
it's
from the mama
extremely
that goes to the baby. They send to each
right.
other back and
Now,
forth.
here's what I find
Right.
extremely confusing about that. How is it possible that you could have a mother get pregnant, be diagnosed with HIV, and the baby not be born with HIV or have HIV for the matter, because the baby was conceived of HIV seed, right?
Immune, right? But
No,
immune.
just look at it.
I
The
see what
mother
you're
got
saying.
pregnant and
Yeah.
was diagnosed with HIV, right?
So the baby
She
had to
got
be
pregnant by somebody
immune.
who had HIV. Now she has HIV, but the baby doesn't have HIV.
So the baby had to be immune, is what I'm saying. Because you gotta think about it. How HIV is blood. I mean, it's spread through open
Through,
cuts and stuff like that. So that's the most open you're gonna
but
be.
it's through
So
blood.
right. So
It's
the
through
mama not.
contact with blood,
So the mama giving her the blood.
right? So
So that mean the
at what
baby
point
is
does
immune. Is
so
born
my question
immune.
is so at
You see what I'm
so
saying?
the thing that I'm trying to figure out is at what point when you see that the baby does not have the HIV virus or HIV simplex or anything of that nature, what point did you discover that it came from the umbilical cord? Like, how did you discover the fact that the umbilical cord has stem cells in it that allow for
I'm
a
glad you said that.
mutated, you know,
I got an
for
answer
the
for you. Yeah, I got an answer for you. Look,
yeah, I'm trying to figure that one
the
out because
answer, the
it's a
answer
lot.
is the answer is the abortion clinics and stuff. That's how they find out.
Ooh,
Uh,
the umbilical
And
cord banks.
and when you have your babies, this is something I learned from a fucking scammer. But I'm not going to even say the bitch ass nigga name. But you can ask for the placenta and all that shit when after your after you have your baby. You can ask for that and start, and do whatever you need to do with it to be able to keep that with you. You don't have to give them that or whatever.
Right.
But
Yeah,
most
you
people
do.
don't know that they can, they can ask for that. The thing about it is they know that it's healing properties into that shit, and they refuse to let you know that it's healing properties in it. Because if we knew that we could get that shit and be healing our people of AIDS and cancer and all this other shit, we'd have been doing that.
So the real question is,
The,
how long have they
the
been
crazy
tinkering
part is we
around with it?
probably have been doing that already.
Right. How
They just
long
told you
have
you
they been
couldn't
doing
do
it?
it, kept it from you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
It's
Because that
misinformation. That's
sounds
just
like some
like
old witch doctor shit that our people been doing before, been doing. So
exactly. That's just like the Library of Congress and things that they have in there. We know it's there, but our people ain't have transportation to go all the way up to the Library of Congress to see what's in them books. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now we could look it up online. It's a lot of things that they lied to you about to make you think other things. And I got another video I'm gonna show right quick that shows you the confusion of how they just confuse the fuck out you and have you thinking shit that you shouldn't believe. Now, I I can't say I discredit the older people for not catching something like this, but
you'd be a sexy dummy, aren't you?
that's what I'm just saying, dog. Like they they be having you confused, bro. Like like thinking things are what they is and they not, bro. And one of our greatest boxers, got something that I think all of us should have been heard,
is what he
bro.
says
Should
in
have
his
been
own
heard this shit. We
words
shouldn't just be
at
hearing this now,
this
bro.
point of the video. I'm gonna play it.
At the time in 1958, we couldn't eat in the restaurants in Louisville. We couldn't eat downtown. One day I saw two Africans go in with their robes and their turbans. They couldn't speak English. I heard the man say, "Let him in. They're not Negroes."
You heard that?
Nah, I'm gonna just pause it right there so we could discuss that because that's powerful as fuck. What the fuck he just said. Now, this man right here is supposed to be a fucking mogul in African American history. That's what they tell you about Muhammad Ali. He's one of the greatest African Americans ever. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit they tell you. But he just said out his own fucking mouth that them is Africans over there, the people they couldn't speak English. They had on the head turbans and all that other shit. I'm not saying that nobody ancestors came from Africa, but it's fucking clear, 100% clear that Muhammad Ali motherfucking people ain't come from Africa. Hold on, he not finished.
Now, for clarity purposes, let's play it again.
One day I saw two Africans go in with their robes and their turbans. They couldn't speak English. I heard the man say, "Let them in. They're not Negroes."
They're not
Okay.
Negroes.
So that mean the enemy knew.
Now that we heard what he said loud and
Exactly.
The motherfucker who say you black is telling you not African.
You see what I'm saying? He that's the
Yeah,
motherfucker.
That's exactly what he telling you.
One of the main, you see what I'm saying? He at the top with the Sam Cooks and Jesse.
You're not Negro, bro.
And all this shit. He telling you this
Now what
shit,
the Spanish called us. What the Spanish called. And then they say that's black. So that's crazy though. That's why I go by black. It's a weird construct, bro. And it all goes back to those indigenous people like you were mentioning, guys. It's
That's
amazing how much that people didn't pay attention to versus what they wanted to pay attention to.
Much because if
the media, motherfucker,
the fucking truth, man, you wouldn't be trying to go claim no shit you got in Africa. You would be trying to see where the fuck you could claim something right here where you at.
Man, roots fuck niggas up, bro.
We gonna get on the maps one day. We gonna get on the maps.
Fuck niggas up.
Yeah, roots fuck niggas up, man. And you know what, bro? As a child, bro.
I'm talking about the book. Man. The book.
Had nothing to do with seeing slavery, because it wasn't about me seeing slavery. It's just that me as a person and knowing who my daddy was and knowing my family and how my mama and my people react to certain shit, I'm saying to myself, like, man, there's no way in the world these people would have let somebody enslave them. There's no way, bro. There's no way. If I go down the line, if you go, your great grandmother ain't taking no shit from nobody. You think she had a fucking slave master? Come on, man. I'm just saying, great grandma ain't playing that shit. You know that's the one you're about to go by and you ain't about to play with. No matter what. You think she gonna let some fucking white people come tell her what the fuck to do on her land that she owns?
Right.
Yeah, but the level of deception is catastrophic.
It's real.
That shit in the admin, bro. That shit way up there, man.
Like, stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
Play it again. Play it again, Chuck.
I'm gonna play the rest of it because he gonna see it again.
Clear.
All right, go ahead.
What could be the reason why Africans will be treated differently than Negroes at that time? If
in
we were taught that Negroes are actually the long lost descendants of Africans. Think about that.
One day I saw two Africans go in with their robes and their turbans. They couldn't speak English. I heard the man say, "Let them in. They're not Negroes." I said, something's wrong. I can't say it's because I'm black.
The skin.
They're so black. They're blue. But they went in. So I
say they're so black until they blue.
Then I'll go in. I wasn't got my gold medal. Went back in, ordered 2 cheeseburgers, and they said, "Sorry, we don't serve Negroes." I said, "I don't eat them either. Just give me 2 cheeseburgers." She said, "You get smart." She called the manager and he said something about, "I don't care who he is." She said, "Cassius Slay, I don't care who he is. Anyway, the motorcycle gang came in and we had this fight you read. But I couldn't. The idea was I couldn't either, so I got so angry.
This would stun anybody who's not used to hearing that we have no direct relation to Africans as far as genealogy is concerned. By the way, that also includes on direct bloodline. You know, how they like to say that a genealogy DNA test can determine our historical genetic makeup by bloodline. Now, if you think about the scenario that Muhammad Ali just described, you would know that the Negroes of America are totally different from any other people from another continent. Even if that Negro
There we
is
go.
what he.
I ain't even gonna leave it up there. That's a wrap on that. Oh, I got like what I got left? Like 5 minutes.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. When like Pan Africans and people who believe that we actually are descendants from Africa, are they saying that the white man didn't know what he was talking about? He was meant to deceive you, that you wasn't from the motherland. Do you think that's their standpoint on that?
I think that is much of their standpoint on it because they see we get so many resources from it. But my thing is this, and we just living in a reality world. If we getting so many resources and all that from Africa, how many times you pick something up and they say made in Africa?
Never.
That's true.
I'm just saying that bitch. I didn't see Taiwan, Australia, Japan,
China.
I done definitely seen China.
Come on, man. Like
You see most shit.
China's
Nah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I done seen some
Have
shit
y'all
they
ever
made in
seen?
Mexico.
Y'all ever
So,
seen
I seen Mexico,
Look, I'm about to trip y'all out. Y'all ever seen the white bishops kiss the feet of the African bishops?
Oh yeah, I didn't seen that. Fucking right.
it says in the Bible
so
that the oldest shall serve the
that
latter.
go with that. No. It's something deeper. It goes with Muhammad Ali was saying. It's a different people, and they have a different respect for the actual African. You're not African. You feel me?
So the thing
Yeah,
really boils
it's
down to
deeper.
why is it that they have such deep respect for the actual
Did they
Afrikaan
help?
versus
Is
the
it?
actual
Yeah,
inhabitants of this land? You see what I'm saying?
yeah. That's a good
You
question,
have
P.
much more respect for the actual Afrikaan than you have for the people who
They
are
show kiss them
indigenous to
feet.
this land that you are a guest on. You're a guest here.
It's deep.
But
It's deep,
you know
though.
how they say you just
We
made
talk
yourself
about
too
it off what you
comfortable?
call them. I don't want to give it away. We can talk about it after the stream.
Yeah, we gonna do.
You know, 'cause
I wanted to bring this map up, but I won't show. I'm gonna have to show a video of that map. It is basically a map of this island that they called Nig something. I don't want to misname it or whatever, but it's that island, and you can see where California and Florida is, but you can see that straight up the United States, like where the Mississippi River is, all that's water. Like from there all the way to California, and from there all the way to Florida, and everything else between is just islands. I ain't never seen that map. That was a map fuck my head up for real. And I seen the dude break down them. It's supposed to be Indian tribes that was more indigenous than the ones, than the 12.
now that's a good one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
supposed to
we got
be.
to do some research into that one, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely. I ain't never won't see it because I ain't never did no research on it yet. But I gotta
Did I?
research
I
that.
told y'all about that. That mound they just did the numbers on.
Yeah, you
It's
did tell me about the mile.
older than the pyramids. Older than the pyramids, people. They just found it in BR, y'all. Go look it up, people. Y'all listening to this stream right now. They got a mount. They just put the date on it.
That's a good
It's
question,
actually
DD504. DD504
older than
wants
the pyramids in
she
Africa.
she she asking, so do y'all think Africans helped them enslave America? That's a good question. That's a damn good question. I don't think that the Africans really had anything to do with the enslavement of America because of the line of
Oh,
which they took when they came here. But I do know that they used slaves from here to go to Africa to pull slaves from places over in Africa as well. So I don't know that
DD
Africa
504. I
actually
know
had
they
anything.
did. I know they sold people. Yeah, I know they sold people.
And you know what? I've heard that
Africans
in
definitely sold people.
one of my history classes in high school that they did say that Africans were in fact in collusion with some of the slave trade,
Yeah,
but it was only
Arabians
on
and
the
all that. Yeah, they're
but it was
like
only on the
Muslims.
southern coast. I don't know that
Yeah.
they made it far inland. I know they went
Slavery
used a lot of
was a
slaves from
big thing.
South
Yeah,
Africa.
slavery was.
It's one of the major ways to make money. Everybody was doing it.
Yeah, you skipping, Pete.
That was one of the major ways to make money. Everybody was doing that shit.
Mhm. So yeah, so
Yeah,
I really believe that like when they say the birth of two nations in the Bible when they spoke about that and they say one of light and one of dark and it said that the younger
I got a
is
good little
it
book.
the older shall serve the latter, I believe. So being that they named the lighter of the two generations to be born first, is that the reason why everybody is starting to understand that the melanated people are the true people that should be served? If that makes sense. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
have to
with you.
look that one up. I'm gonna have to look that one up because I
I'm
think
with
that's
you, bro. All
I
this
think
and
that's
more,
in
aren't y'all?
I
All
really
this
think
and
that I'm gonna have to
more.
check
We
that
got
one
under the
out, bro.
hour and you fucking flabbergasted.
Yeah, because that's a good one though.
Well, we got under an hour and you flabbergasted. See what I'm saying? We got
John
that good
300. That's
content.
exactly why religion shouldn't be in school. Oh,
Yeah, you're right. He's stuck on that one because that one touch home, bro. We used to be able to pray in school, and that shit got us through a whole bunch of shit, bro. When we was in school.
Right. That's the thing I
So
was
he
saying. Like,
probably
bro,
paused it
that
and what?
you
yeah,
know,
bro.
you because I gotta, bro. I really think back to my days in high school. That got us through the year. Just that opening prayer where everybody around the school had to hold hands and the principal say the prayer to open the school year. That got us through a lot, man. And it meant something when they took it away because we felt like, okay, you taking prayer out of school, what's next? Because that was the first thing that came to my mind was like, okay, so what are we supposed to do now? It was like not having prayer in school took away something important that we needed to make through
Yeah,
the
Pledge
year.
allegiance and all that, man.
I ain't never did all that though. I ain't gonna even lie. Once we got to the
I'm just
Black
saying,
National
bro. We had
Anthem,
the Black Pledge allegiance. I'm just saying, we
yeah,
had
the
the Black
Black
Pledge
Pledge
allegiance.
Allegiance, I was down for that one, but the regular Pledge Allegiance, I wasn't down for that. I'm no, because I started seeing things that wasn't right within the country that we're pledging allegiance to. So I could only pledge allegiance to my people and do the best I can to help my people. I can't help these other people because they're not trying to help me. That's how I felt. And so singing the Black National Anthem, as they call it, was one of the things that I felt was most important. I was kind of glad when we stopped having to do the regular Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. I pledge
I'm
allegiance to my
sitting
people.
here looking in the mirror, saying down to myself.
I say the Black National Anthem. I'm tripping, man. I'm tripping.
Nigga, that's about to be the national anthem in the future.
This is the Black Pledge of Allegiance.
Man, that dude.
I did.
No, it was the Black National Anthem. That's what it was.
Well, hey,
Lift their voices, sing is the national anthem.
it's a rap on. That's a rap on it, huh, fellas?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yo, we gotta sit down and write up some.
I gotta do my
write out.
No,
Black.
first of all, you gotta work on getting under your 20 minutes, cuz. Fuck wrong with you?
Boy, I ain't worried about all that. Shit happens.
What the hell you gotta do? You long talking motherfucker. That nigga said.
We need somebody to write a Black Pledge of Allegiance for us, man.
We already got to lift their voices and sing, man.
That's the national anthem. I'm talking about the actual. I pledge allegiance to the melanated that's already in this land.
That's retarded.
Why not?
That's right, though. That bitch would go hard if a nigga could do that.
I know what I'm saying. We need somebody to write us one up.
It's kind of quick.
Showing love to the people that we put the promo on. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for always showing us love, always coming through in the building. Spread that awareness. Tell a person if you came through. Let them know, man. Hey, man, my people got the little fireless show, man. They want some real people in there, though. Man, we could have been put bots in there and made it look like we got buku people in here and all that. No, we want real people to be really seeing us really develop and grow as, you know what I'm saying, a real show. You know what I'm saying? We own it. We serious. We gonna be here. We gonna be doing it. The show must go on. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, I'm Silent Child 17.
P360 in the building.
And Chop Tracks in the building.
We'll see y'all next time. Don't be a cute dummy.
Be late. Be early. Man.